Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien on the morning of Tuesday, June 13th, 2023. Special commentary today on former President Trump's being indicted and arrested today for violating the documents of taking documents away from the White House and keeping them away from the federal government. And when the Justice Department came looking, he hit them. Well, here you got a problem, Americans, because you don't understand your system. And let me make it perfectly clear. Is he guilty? Yes. Should he be punished? No. Because the punishment should be on you guys, the American people, for letting him do this. Okay? And here is two things. Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution that makes the president an executive officer. He's also a caretaker, okay? Serving a 4-year term. The Constitution doesn't say how many terms a president can serve. That's a first mistake that the forefathers made. And this is why, like I told you in my previous video yesterday, President Jefferson told President Madison, half a loaf is better than no loaf at all. But your subsequent successors, both in the Congress and the presidency, have taken this Constitution and made it from a half a loaf to not even a heel on the bread. Now, to answer your questions on why I would say that former President Trump should not be convicted on this, but he should be slapped on the wrist and say, you cannot be a politician anymore forever. No, you get anywhere near the Republican Party or any other form of politics, and we will throw you in the slammer. That's what they should do to him for the rest of your life, because it's an egregious mistake that he did. Because remember, every one of you are born, okay, Americans? And like any other human on this planet, you are born and you come into the world in your birthday suit. Okay? And you go out in your birthday suit. Sure, you might be thrown 6 feet under, or you might be cremated and you got ashes, but you still are put in there supposedly in your birthday suit, although some of you put on your best Sunday best in order to go down, and like the boss is going to care how you look like. What does the boss wear anyway? Really? Yeah. But here's the problem. You come in with nothing, you go out with nothing. And the Constitution says a president comes in with nothing and he should go out with nothing. Everything that accumulates under the administration is public property. He should not have any personal documents, period, in the White House. Those should be directed to his personal address, like I told you yesterday. Now, this act under Section 2 was subsequently enhanced with the Public Records Act, PRA, of 1978. Also amended in 2014 under the Obama administration, where they speculate any personal document should be filed separately from federal governmental documents. And the federal governmental documents under PRA 1978 are public domain, meaning Uncle Sam, so they're the government's domain. Public in the Constitution means government. It does not mean people, okay? You guys don't understand your own Constitution. Not even Counsel Jack Smith or Attorney General Mr. Garland seems to understand your own Constitution here. When he leveled the indictments against President Trump, and I am no fan of President Trump, I would rather see him in the slammer. But this is a mistake that goes back to your forefathers. And it's been accumulating and getting worse every decade since 1789 because the presidents have assumed that they have power there and they take everything. And in recent years, you have started what you call presidential libraries with the Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy, LBJ, George Bush, George W., Obama. Does he have his library in Chicago yet? Yoo-hoo! Yeah, no. Richard Nixon Library over there in Pacific Palisades, I believe. San Clemente. Yeah. A resigned president having a presidential library? Really? How about the Gerald R. Ford Library? Now, those libraries should have worked. The way they should work is they should ask the National Archives, what kind of documents can you supply the library? And they should be on loan to the library, not part of the library, because remember, when you become a public figure like a president, you are a caretaker of the United States government. Do you understand, Americans? And Article 2, Section 2 is very explicit on this. Therefore, I don't understand the indictment. Is Donald Trump guilty of this? Yes. But he is as guilty as all his other predecessors and successor who also did the same thing. Took documents and put them in his home. And according to Congressman McCarthy, oh yeah, he went in the garage. Well, is the garage better than the toilet? Oh, but we got a key in the toilet here. But when did you lock it up? You can't go to the toilet when it's locked up. Come on, people. I mean, when Johnson says, it's time to go, it's time to go. And no key's going to make that unless you want it to go outside the door, do you? That won't smell good. It won't look good. You don't want yellow stains all over the place, do you? Really? Oh, boy. Now, the garage, well, have you seen everybody's garages? I've seen a lot of people's garage, including my parents, my wife's, mine. Oh, yeah, garage? Yeah. Oh, boy. You don't even know what's locked up in there. Then you look at that, oh, treasures here, boys. Yeah, right. But Americans, seriously, the ones that should be tried for this are you. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, whoever you are, you caused this. Because you don't read your Constitution and you don't understand when you vote for people, you voted Trump in. You voted Biden in. You voted Obama in. You didn't ask them, do you understand the Constitution, sir? No? You didn't ask any of those stupid questions, did you? No. So the answer is you. Because the Constitution is very explicit on documents. You shouldn't bring anything to the White House. It's like you're born. You go over there on your birthday suit. Heck, my idea is that the government should give you all the suits and you leave them there because you are a government issue for the time that you're in there. 4 years, 8 years, 12 years. And that's another mistake the Constitution did. They don't have any terms for any of these jokers that you guys elect. And they should be. There is no such thing as lifetime appointments. Not even to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court should have limits. You can be a Supreme Court justice for 12 years. Maximum 20 maybe. But that is it. And you notice a lot of these Supreme Court justices are starting to retire out of it. They can't take it anymore. They want to be normal. Heck, you seen presidents go in there and come out, gray hair, and they go in there with black hair. Yo! Yeah. So this is what I'm saying, Americans. When you hear the CNN growling at, well, we got Trump, he's going to get indicted and he's going to get arrested and that, and then the trial starts and and you know they're doing a pretty good job of CNN of doing that over there. And then you got Fox. Oh boy, this is a witch hunt. I was watching the town hall, and one thing I don't agree with is former Governor Christie of New Jersey. Him, to me, he's been all over the place. Is he a good politician? Hell no. I mean, the people in New Jersey even can tell you that. He did some interesting stuff in New Jersey. The bridge, remember? Yo, the bridge. But one of the things that he said that you should listen to last night was ego. Trump has an ego, yes. And he said documents. They should stay in the government because you go in there with nothing and you come out with nothing. And Governor Christie is the closest guy I've seen to come up with this. He must have seen Article 2, Section 2 and the clause for the PRA 1978 and the amendment of 2014. You must have looked at this, Governor Christie, because you're quoting it, paraphrasing it, and you know you must have seen this because there's no way somebody must have told you or you must have seen it when you did that thing last night to CNN. And you're right. As a Republican, if I were a Republican, I would vote for you because you're not perfect. Hell no, you're far from that. But you're a lot better than Trump. And you're a lot better than all those other Republicans that are keeping quiet on that. Your party served a purpose. And it's not extremism. You guys rely on government and order. And that's something you don't have under Trump. You got disorder, chaos, and hail the chief. But in this case, hail Hitler or hi Hitler. Yeah, because that's the way Trump seems to be. It's my way or the highway, and loyalty to me. Forget about the American people, and the American government is loyalty to me. Sounds a little bit like Julius Caesar, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Christie sounded a little bit like Mark Anthony last night, and I'm glad to see that. When he's telling about Brutus, in this case, Brutus being President Trump. Until you American people realize and tell the government this farce of an indictment is crazy. Just make the judgment to former President Trump. You are not ever allowed to be in public service or politics. Period. You do that and violate this order, you end up the rest of your life in a slammer. That is what you should do to him. And tell presidents going forward, vice presidents, presidents, senators, congressmen, Supreme Court justices, and judges, and anybody who's in the federal government, when you come in with nothing, and when you go out with nothing. No documents allowed, period. Any personal documents that you accumulate them should not be in the White House, should not be in your office. It should be addressed to your home office. So you see them there when you get home. And somebody can call you and say, we got a letter for you here from this. Can you take care of it? Yes. But none of your personal stuff should ever be at your public office. This is your favorite alien saying, how long is it going to take for you Americans to understand your system? Good day.